Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time I'm checking out a new Post Apocalyptic Adventure game called Far Changing Tides. This is a sequel to Far Lone Sails, which was also created by Aquatic software and was critically acclaimed by journalists and gamers alike. This new entry into the series takes all of the mechanics of the previous game that players enjoyed, such as creative puzzles, the challenge of being the sole pilot of a gigantic vehicle, and the solitary and sometimes haunting experience of navigating a world that was full of life but is now silent. The game swaps the arid desert of the previous title in favour of an aquatic world for you to explore, and it introduces a host of new puzzles that are challenging but not so difficult as to discourage players new to the series. It also introduces a new selection of vehicles to control, and of course the gorgeous graphics and minimalistic design make a return too. This is once again an example of a game I wouldn't normally play, but found that I couldn't put down until the ending credits rolled. The game begins in the ruins of a city that is now submerged, with the player, a young child, trying to find a place safe from the rising water. Humanity has seemingly been washed away in an apocalyptic flood, along with all of the technology of the old world. As you pick through the remains of the city, dodging debris, climbing destroyed buildings and using what little equipment you can find, you'll eventually come across one of the last seafaring vessels, a remnant of the old world, equipped with sails and an old steam engine. This begins an epic journey through destroyed cities, industrial districts with ancient technology, and eventually a voyage across the open sea. The game somehow manages to make the apocalypse look beautiful, with incredibly detailed backgrounds like rolling hills with animals, old buildings slowly collapsing into the sea, and the haunting emptiness of the ocean, complete with schools of fish and underwater fauna. I often found myself lost in the quiet of sailing, with nothing but the sound of the wind and the waves to keep me company, or swimming through the depths, with only the light of a school of fluorescent jellyfish to guide me. The game is chock full of stunning set pieces that further immerse you in this sad but beautiful world. You'll spend most of the campaign piloting your vessel, which can be a challenge due to its many moving parts. Your vessel's primary method of propulsion is the sails, so players will need to learn to expand the mast and hitch your sails to get moving. As you pilot your vessel, you'll need to constantly adjust your sail position to catch the direction of the wind. Despite its size, your vessel and its sails are quite fragile, so you'll need to move your sails or retract your mast to avoid damage, which can leave you stranded and in need of a repair kit. As you navigate through areas without a source of wind, such as cities or valleys, you'll need to use your steam engine. This is fueled by debris, which can be salvaged from the ocean floor. Managing the engine is a task in itself, as you'll need to multitask operating the bellows of the engine as well as dousing it with water to prevent it from overheating. Later on, you'll gain additional abilities like submerging your vessel to travel underwater, or to supercharge the engine at the expense of extra fuel, allowing you to move at high speed and ram through obstacles. Finally, you'll get the opportunity to pilot a number of other vehicles in your adventure, including steam trains, cable cars, and even an underwater city that you can rescue from the ocean depths. So do I recommend Far Changing Tides? If you're a fan of the original game, then this is an automatic purchase. It takes all of the mechanics of the original and improves on them. It offers a new set of challenging puzzles that take the technology of the old world and a host of new vehicles in new and creative ways. I also enjoyed the vehicle management, as I frantically ran around my engine room or stood quietly on the deck watching the sails blow in the wind. My only complaint with the game is that it's a bit short. The campaign can be finished in a little over 4 hours, so you might want to wait until the game is on sale, or better yet get it in a bundle with the original. This game is also great for younger players, as it's rare to find a post-apocalyptic game that's suitable for that audience. However, if you're not a fan of minimalistic games or prefer a bit more action, then this title may not suit you. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you did, I'd appreciate a like or a subscribe as it helps the channel. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I hope you'll join me next time when we look at another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.